You do not need a warehouse to be organized as a reseller. Hi guys, I am Marion the Smiley Thrifter, and today I want to talk about something I see all the time in reselling, especially with myself, but I hear so many other people talking about it. You do not need a warehouse to be organized. You do not need a storage unit. You do not need rows of industrial shelving to be successful. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. For bigger resellers, that's fantastic. But if you're a smaller reseller, or whether you do it out of your closet or like myself, whether it's your job, it's your full-time job, but you don't have, well, I do have enough stuff to go into more than 3 rooms, but you just don't need that to be successful, is what I'm saying. Just know that even though we see these things online, just because you have a warehouse or a storage unit doesn't mean you're making profit. Sometimes, from experience, you're making less. But we'll talk about that another time. I've had a thrift store. I have inventory galore, and I still have things a few years later that I can't physically or mentally keep up with. And let me tell you, more space did not make me more organized at all. I actually made it easier to hide the problems and hide the inventory. So if you can't manage, think about this, if you can't manage 200 items, you definitely are not going to be able to manage 2,000. So it's good to get your inventory the way it should be. So if you can't manage those items, a warehouse does not fix your lost items. And when I say that, I'm sure every reseller knows what that means, unless you're totally organized. Because there are times when I cannot find something no matter what, even if I have a box number written. So I'm a little careless with that, and that's changing this year, totally. Like I said in the other video, I'm getting rid of most of the clothing, so that is going to help. But a warehouse wouldn't have. So, like I said, it doesn't fix when you lose items. It doesn't fix when you have canceled sales. If you're someone who does have too much in your house, think of that overwhelming feeling that you get when you walk into your inventory space. I am very curious to know, is your storage in 1 room, 2 rooms, 3 rooms? Is it blocking up the whole room? Let me know. I've had it all. And I'm still, like I said, getting rid of things like that. So for me, all a bigger space did was spread a little chaos. That's about it. So what you actually need is very simple. You need a basic inventory system. Every item needs a home. Now that may be a bin number, a label, a shelf, or a tote. Everyone does it differently. It could just be a box. Nothing fancy, just be consistent. Now, I know there are people who have the SKU reader, and those seem to really work for people. I don't know if they'd work with all the inventory that I have. Yes, maybe it would make them better, but it would take a lot of work for it to get there. If I was going to do something like that, I would start from where I am with that. So you need container storage is what you really need. So bins, totes, drawers, and shelves. Inventory should never be floating around your house. Let me tell you, I do things sometimes, like I say, all right, well, maybe now I'll keep all of this fabric in one, and I take it out of all the different boxes with numbers, and I just leave it in that one, and then I can't find that one. So, oh, it's so easy to get all effed up. So the way that I feel is, if it doesn't fit into the system, stop shopping, stop thrifting until you get a clear inventory system. So here's something people don't talk about enough. Small spaces actually make better resellers. Limited space forces you to buy smarter and buy less. And list faster, I would think. And stop keeping things just in case, even your own stuff from your own closet. Don't keep it just in case you're going to wear it at a party that you're not going to. Do you know how many things I kept? But I'm telling you, I'm decluttering the house. I am doing it day by day, a certain amount of time each day. But if your space is small, it makes you really pay attention to what actually sells. I learned this the hard way. I had tons of inventory and still do, and more space did not make me more money. It actually made me less money because I was paying rent, I was paying for heat, I was paying for internet, I was paying for electricity, and I'm sure there were more things. So insurance, there were so many things that it ended up eating into all of my sales. So I think what I'm going to say is, if you don't have a good system, start by auditing your inventory. That's what I do day by day. I go through a few boxes a day. That's going to take me forever. I will get to doing more each day, but right now, while I'm setting up everything else, I figured I would do a few boxes a day. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at things that haven't sold now in the past 6 months to the past 5 years. Don't die. I'm serious. I have some things online for so long, and no matter how many times I relist them or lower the price, they don't sell. They're going, or they're getting put into bundles. So set yourself some sourcing rules. Create a physical inventory limit, literally. I'm going to be selling off my inventory in lots, in boxes, in bins if I have to. I'm just bundling it. So I put all of the bathing suits that I had together by new with tags, or not new, or pre-loved, I call it. And those are now in boxes to get sold. I may prepare it first. I'm not even sure. I'm going to get that system together by Monday. So organization is a habit, not a building. You can run a profitable reselling business from a bedroom. I know people who have done it. A closet even. I started with my closet or a corner of your living room. The goal is clarity, not square footage. So if you know what sells and you're picking out all of the things that are trending and selling at the time, you won't need all that space. I know people who turn over things within a week. I'm starting to do that, but only with the new things, not with things that I've had for all these years. So tell me about your inventory. Where is it? Do you need to improve upon it? Should we do something together to work on improving our storage together? Wouldn't that be fun? So let me know in the comments if you're overwhelmed right now with your inventory, and subscribe if you want real reseller truths and facts and failures and everything else that goes along with it. I'm here to show you the good, the bad, the ugly, really. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow. If this helped you in any way, please like or subscribe, and I'll see you when you watch me again.